and they have different.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Toronto shifting younger last season had an effect, and Pascal Siakam said, quote, no matter what you can say about the Raptors, it's always about winning. Since I've been here, that's who we are, and that's all we do. And Brian, with the 2019 title on the Raptors, they're looking to return to those lofty heights.
Boy, some great young talent, Allie. Thanks for that. And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even-keeled. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
Here are the starters for Houston. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Eric Gordon is out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Smith in at the 5. And for Toronto, Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. And Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Barnes, no good. And it's Houston's ball. Porter with it. Van Vliet covering. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the... shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you know, after he was jettisoned by the Cavaliers, Kevin Porter Jr. getting a second chance here with the Rockets, and they've put the ball in his hands and believe in him.
That one misses. And Kevin Porter with an opportunity in Houston now to learn from his past mistakes.
Well, B.A., controlling his turnovers, now still a work in progress, but all these early reps will serve him well long term.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Gordon outside. Green for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do, much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
And here's Porter. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. Green finds Tate. Gordon outside. Green for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
They dropped both games against this team last season. Just a shellacking they don't want to repeat.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
And it's the Rockets with the ball after the basket by Toronto. To the inside. It's good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside, Green. Takes it inside, and he banks in the layup.
A gifted athlete with an explosive first step. Green is at his best when he attacks off the dribble.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
The Rockets trail. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and back in the seats.
Here's Van Vliet. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Knocks down the long J.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Timeout call. Houston, their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first. There's the three. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Green against Barnes. Van Vliet on the wing. Pass to Barnes. Clock at 6. Here's Anunoby. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Trent, the pass to Barnes. And the Raptors, another three.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
It's stolen by Trent. It's 2-on-1. On up the court. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Outside, Green. Porter against Van Vliet. Smith passes to Porter. Over Van Vliet. And there's Porter on the assist by Smith. Porter's got his third basket on the night right there. And a deep three from Van Vliet. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Matthews, he's checked in for Green.
Garrison Matthews.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Porter's shot is off. Van Vliet on the wing. Outside Barnes. Pass to Trent. The three is up. Buries it from 3. Trent's got 6.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Raptors leading by 14. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
We need you to get right.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Well, Clark, last year's Rockets team, very young, but man, they love to run.
They sure do, B.A. Second in the league in pace, aggressive offensively. Houston led the league in free throw attempts. But you know what? Even those numbers could not overcome being tops in points allowed. Gave up over 118 per game. That won't get it done.
Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Otto Porter. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Martin's checked in. And here's Porter outside. And Anunoby pulls it down. Toronto has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Porter gets the bucket.
You know, Porter knows how to score inside, possesses excellent quickness and length in the paint.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now a timeout called by Houston. The officials have been a little stingier with the whistle recently. Clark, you think fewer fouls called is good for the game?
I like to see the game played with a certain amount of flow. So you got to give some latitude to the physicality, and I am in favor of fewer fouls being called. The officials do a good job, I think, of judging advantage, disadvantage, and it's much more appealing to the fans when the game flows more fluid.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Anunoby. Green's checked in for Houston. Christopher comes in for Porter Jr. Here's Green. The layup misses. Green's gone 1 for 4 from the field. VanVleet with a deep three. Here's Boucher. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Green for 3. Rebound by VanVleet.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one. When it comes to Jalen Green now, it's obvious he can score. That's a given, but he's also a remarkable athlete, and his vertical really jumps out at you, if you will.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Here's Green. Oh, no good! Unable to end this run.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Man, some of the dunks we see from Green. Throwdowns are just insane.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, this young fella has a bright future ahead of him. He's got confidence. He obviously is a tremendous athlete. He looks like he's got the work ethic that's going to allow him to realize his potential.
Trent from long range. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Trent's got 9.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Timeout called. Houston. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Tate's checked in for the Rockets, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors youth dance team.
Making a change here.
One more time, Theo.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's Martin on the wing. Pass to Tate. Green with the ball. Launches a 3. Achua with a rebound.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
The 3 from Barnes. And the Raptors, another 3.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
From 13, Smith no good. Here's Toronto now. They've got a 22-run going. What a pace. And the basket by Van Vliet.
Now he's drained 2 threes in each quarter so far.
"52 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball." Trent against Green. Here's Martin. Off target from outside. Now here's Achua. Defense right on him. Puts up a 3. Pure from 3-point range. Achua's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Green. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's Christopher. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Toronto just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Fred Van Vliet had a huge first quarter. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Their effort on the board has been horrendous. That's a good way to get blown out. Only way they can turn this thing around is to start winning the rebounding battle. Win the battle of possession. Otherwise, they're my favorite. Avocado toast.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oh, we're seeing a tremendous game from Fred Van Vliet.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Steven Silas. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Jayshawn Tate out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Smith in at the 5, down low. Man, showing some terrific range. Anunoby's got 5 now.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Sinks it from distance.
Quick release for the rookie. Green making it look easy.
And guys, what I like about the Rockets, they have stockpiled talent. I know they're young, but they focused on getting as many pieces as they can.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Green for 3. Achua with a rebound. Achua's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the basket by Van Vliet. So what do you think the most important thing for young teams like the Rockets?
Well, B.A., it comes down to playing time. I mean, Houston has done a great job of playing their kids. But let me tell you guys, nothing substitutes for game time in the NBA. Learning by playing. That's what it's all about.
They get it again.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Outside Anunoby from downtown. The Rockets pull it in.
Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. They get it back.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too. Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Green. Got a piece of it.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Houston has gone 1 of 4 here in the 3rd from range. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Toronto now. They're on a 13-3 run. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Van Vliet's got 6 here in the quarter.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Gordon can't hit.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Houston shooting just 21% from the floor. Here's Porter. Here's Tate. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Van Vliet on the wing. Green covering. Pass to Anunoby. Trent on the wing. Back to Anunoby. Van Vliet with a deep 3. Van Vliet missing again. And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tate's shot is off.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And here's Porter outside. Barnes with the rebound.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Here's Christopher. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Van Vliet misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Raptors running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Otto Porter is out there with Thaddeus Young. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
That was not an easy finish for Porter. I think he'll get pumped up about that one. Always nice to score against that kind of physical defense.
Doesn't go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. Outside Porter. And he gets that one. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Christopher. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Martin with the bucket.
Martin Jr.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Porter. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up. Keep on applying pressure to their defense.
Martin. The shot no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Van Vliet, the pass to Young. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight. Down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first.
And for players, greatness can be defined so many ways. But giving back has to be a component of that. Wouldn't you say, Grant?
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected. In BA, I agree 100%. Players today understand the impact that they can have on others. I love that about the league, the players, the coaches, everyone involved, using this gift to make a change and a positive impact throughout the world.
Van Vliet misses.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Back to Trent from the arc. Drains the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Pass to Matthews.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that.
I certainly hope not.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Usman Garuba.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
And players weather some verbal abuse from fans on the road. Clark, we've seen some of them say they'll mirror that energy. What do you think about that?
Well, I tell you, it's interesting, Brian. Clearly, fans have a right to cheer and say things, but they can't be abusive. And just because you buy a ticket doesn't give you a right to treat the players as if they're not human. And we've seen fans cross the line in that regard. That's unacceptable. As a player, your impact is best felt on the court, so you have to control your emotions. But the fans and the venues have a responsibility to make sure that people who have a ticket act as they should for having that ticket, not feeling as though they can do or say anything they want to the player.
Well, last season, Clark, there were a flurry of moves at the trade deadline. Big in-season moves are common now.
Yeah, you know, BA GMs are not afraid to make bold trades mid-year, and so much of their jobs ride on how successful their teams are and what kind of players they can acquire. So they're willing to roll the dice in an effort to hit a home run.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Raptors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And these teams meet only twice a year. Different conferences, so there's a bit of a feeling out process. I thought they made good adjustments along the way and just did what they had to do against the Rockets.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Fred VanVleet.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. made the game look easy tonight.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Pass to Knicks. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, good D by Boucher. 35 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside, Hernan Gomez.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed. Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Knicks. Pass to Marjanovic. Boucher with a double team. He's guarded by Porter. And another miss by Houston. And Toronto calls time here. They lead. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they're hoping to wrap this one up. You know, I'm not sure they needed this time out, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
You know, I've really liked how aggressive he's been getting inside. He's finding lanes and avenues to the rim and making the defense pay when he does get inside. I thought he really helped lead the charge for his team.
So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.